All right, these are your bend and reaches. They stretch your hamstrings, your low back, your shoulders and lats, and your abdominals. We're going 30 seconds or longer. All right, and yes, torso rotations for 30 seconds, stretching your low back, activating and warming up your core muscles in the abdominals and low back. Now you can travel with these if you got space to walk forward, or you can remain stationary. Alternating high knee hugs activates the hip flexors, works on balance and stability, helps warm up those knees. All right, now we have our dynamic quadricep stretch. This stretches the front of the thighs. Obviously, you're spending a little time trying to bring the heel to your glutes, or your glutes, your heels to your glutes. Little stability required in here for balance. You guys are doing great. And you're reaching the opposite arm straight up to the sky for a shoulder and lat stretch. These are your toy soldiers or your straight leg kicks. I like toy soldiers. We're in December, around the nutcracker time. Activates those hip flexors, straight legs, explosive kicks to stretch those hamstrings. And you're reaching for the toes, opposite hand to foot. Yes, you got it, Matt. Floor sweepers, you can alternate here. And if you're doing one leg at a time, just make sure you're matching the number that you do if you do one leg at a time. But I like you to alternate. When you're on your own, you can do them however you like, as long as you like, as often as you like. Come front and center each time. Come front and center.
Front and center.
Yeah, and then pull back and down for W. Good. And then repeat. W. All the way up and back, touching. Front and center. T. And then W stretches the chest, shoulders. And these are your bow and arrows. We identified the side that's tighter. You're gonna hold that side a little longer. Big difference. That's your better side. And then switched out, give the tighter side here a little longer. All right, continue and begin. Dynamic chest stretches, obviously stretches the chests and the shoulders. You want the arms fully extended. You can use a bar, a broomstick, or a towel in your hand. All right, seconds. Now you're still in the tabletop for your cat-cows. The hips just shift, tilt forward and back. Right there, and then arch the upper back to the sky. That's your that's your cow. Now push the upper back to the sky and drop that chin. Now you got it. So this warms the hips, shoulders, and core muscles in your low back and abdominals. Bird dogs. This activates the glutes and shoulders, stretches the hips, engages the core, lower back. This is excellent exercise for core strength, balance, and stability of the hips, knees, shoulders, wrists. One of my favorites to do. A lot of muscles involved here, stretching and activation. Exhale back into your child's pose. Inhale forward to your cobra. 30 seconds or longer. Stretching the low back, lats, hips, quads, abdominals, shoulders, and chest. Excellent. Up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Extend that back as much as you can. You're firing off those hamstrings, those glutes, and strengthening your lower back while you're stretching those hips as you press those hips to the sky in that floor bridge. We call these hip thrusters. Open, arms and legs to the floor. These are your full extensions. Hands go above your head. Legs straight out to the floor. That's full extension. Touch down, hands and feet to the floor. Now exhale, hug. Stretch that low back. Be sure to lift that head up for me, Gria, as you hug them in. I'm gonna give you an extra 30 seconds here. Full extensions, yes. Stretch the abs. Yep. Try not to kick each other. Take them all the way down, all the way to the right. Keep the knees bent in your chest. Floor wipers, just like windshield wipers. I need it all the way down, Matt. Don't be afraid. If it hurts your low back, then you have a reason to stop. Otherwise, give me full rotation. Low back stretch. I'm gonna add an extra 30 seconds. Get both arms out, Gria. Now, these are alternating hip cradles or reclining pigeons for 30 seconds. They're stretching the hips, the outer parts of your hips, and your piriformis muscle. Basically, you're stretching your glutes and hips. All right? And you're gonna use all of these muscles today that you've just stretched. And time.